welcome back to Cindy's Library. Here with Cindy again in my office/library. Today I want to talk about the Dark is Rising series by Susan Cooper. This is an old favorite for me. When we moved in the middle of my 6th grade year, I found that at my new school, we were put into reading groups, and each group did a different book. My group was actually The High King by Lloyd Alexander, but another group was The Dark is Rising by Susan Cooper. And the cover looked interesting enough that I checked it out and soon read the whole series and absolutely loved it. And I decided that as a break before I tackled something serious audiobook-wise, I should listen to the whole series during the Christmas season. I associate the Dark is Rising series a lot with Christmas, probably because the second book happens all around Christmas time. Although, why that should be what I think of when all the other books are in spring or summer or fall, I don't know, but so it is. Anyway, so the books. There are 5 books in the Dark is Rising series. Over Sea and Under Stone, The Dark is Rising, Green Witch, The Grey King, and finally Silver on the Tree. And it is kind of hard to describe all of them just because they are all so different. Especially the first book from the others. The first book, it's not a prequel, it's as much as a part of the series as any of the others, but it's treated a little bit differently. And I guess that is because the protagonists of the first book, Jane, Simon, and Drew, are normal people. And while they definitely feature in later books, especially in the second book, we get a wider view of what's really happening and another level to the world. And yeah. But like I said, the first book though does feature Simon, Jane, and Barney, 3 siblings going to summer vacation with their family on the coast of Cornwall with their great uncle Mary. And, well, strange things are happening. They notice a few strange things, and they discover an old manuscript with links to King Arthur and King Mark, and before you know it, lots of strange things are happening, and other people want the manuscript. And they look to their great uncle Mary for help with this matter, and he does help them, but a lot of the responsibility he leaves to them, which, well, that's another discussion, and there are reasons for it. Let's just say that only certain people can do certain things sometimes, and I think that was the case in this case as well. But that is Over Sea and Under Stone. The Dark is Rising, that takes place at Christmas time, with Will Stanton, the youngest child in his largest family. And strange things start happening there, and he discovers who he is and comes into his destiny and heritage. Green Witch, we are back with Simon, Jane, and Barney on the Cornish coast, and again with Uncle Mary. And Will is there too, actually. and there's a mystery to be solved, but it is not solved in the way that they think. And there is another mystery, the mystery of the Green Witch. And then the Grey King. This may be the best book out of the bunch. It is amazing. It is Will, although this time he is in Wales. He meets a strange boy named Bron there. And, well, let's just say mysterious things are happening there as well. And finally, in the last book, we start with Will, but soon Simon, Jane, and Barney join him in Wales, and they're joined by Bron and eventually Great Uncle Mary as well. And that one is, I think it's spring or summer vacation, yeah. And the one previous was fall, so. Anyway, and I really can't say that much more about it without giving spoilers, except to say that there are lots of Arthurian themes running throughout, and Susan Cooper herself, I can't remember if she actually took any classes from Tolkien and or Lewis, or is just influenced by them. She was definitely at least influenced by them. But this is a wonderful series with some very poignant parts, a couple amusing things, but is more serious overall than not. Some wonderful depictions of families, mostly the families you are born with, although occasionally it's more complicated than that. And learning to live with each other, because there are greater things to worry about, and about doing what is right because it is the right thing to do. Highly recommend it for middle graders. And yep, I guess that's all I have to say about that series. Don't know what I will do for my Christmassy season listen next year, but given that I did The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe last season and I did The Dark is Rising this season, I may have to do the Black Cauldron series next season. But we shall see. I may get inspired for something else, or I may be busy with something else. We shall see. In the meantime, I hope you have enjoyed this review. Feel free to leave comments, to like or subscribe. That'd be wonderful. I appreciate you for taking the time to visit Cindy's library. As always, until next time, I hope you stay safe and healthy, and happy reading.